All right, it's time to pull some shards. I'm Cortavius. I am doing the summon rush on 2 accounts. So we are definitely going for Siffy on this one. I don't need the epics, but might as well put a man-eater in there. We need to pull a bunch of shards here. On the first one, holy crap, look at that, holy crap. I was going to say, and I didn't even have time for the video started rolling, I think I'm gonna hit Mercy on this. That wasn't Mercy, that I was at 171 Void Shards, so I thought I was gonna hit gold, and I thought I was gonna go for Siffy. Well, that just threw this video off, because I was gonna go and pull gold and try and get Siffy, and I thought I might pull 50 of these. I needed 49 to hit 220. Wow, Hedgemon is new. I think Hedgemon was power crept and was useless in arena, but now I can think he's kind of back in a way. So he's certainly not what he was, but dang, Hedgemon. So the cool thing with Hedgemon, for those that aren't aware, is he always goes first in the round. So you can build him as a control champ that locks out the enemy, or you can build him as a nuke Hedgemon and just have him go hard. Stone Skin just made him useless, but now there are masteries and blessings and stat creep where maybe you can get him to hit through Stone Skin. I'd love it if anybody's actually seen a video with Hedgemon nuking through Stone Skin. Let me know, because I'd love to see the build that it takes to do that and what masteries and skills. But so he's fun. You know, not a champ that I've used. So block active skills is as I said, that's the approach where you use control, or you just build him for all out nuke. You don't put any speed on him, and you know he's going to go first anyway. So quite an interesting champ to get anything else in there. So happy to get somebody, but obviously I was going for Siffy. By the way, you're trying to progress and get a new legendary today. If you click on the link in the description below, you can get Narma today on a brand new account, and you also get 3 epics as you progress. Best epic in the game, Uugo, along with Mausoleum Mage and Anax. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out of Plarium Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click on the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, and Narma is sitting there waiting for you, and you can claim her right away. It's a great way to start in raid. Well, so I added a legendary to my account today. I am at already with the 10 void pulls. That puts me at 1200. I'm gonna go get the 15 fragments. I had a video on the channel a couple days ago that I thought this is a good value to go after. So I think I'm gonna go get the 3200. I think I need to do a little math and figure out where I'm gonna go. I thought I was gonna pull up the 49 voids. I didn't expect to get the void in the first one. Honestly, I'm not gonna keep pulling voids because I have 172 voids. I could pull all of those and not get another legend. It's not a 2 times, it's just a progressive. So I don't chase champs I just don't think I have a real shot to get. So I'm gonna stop, I think, and just hold those voids. But let me go see what I do want to pull. All right, I think my math was if I pull 50 of these, I can get there. So Freya is pretty cool. I have Elja, I have Freya. I have Opardon. So I guess Duchess is the one I would go through for. None of these guys really matter to me, so let's just throw one in there. So I don't really expect to get any of them anyway, so let's just... Actually, you know what? My most wanted is Prince Kaimar. So I think I'm actually going to take both these guys out of here and say, look, just give me what you give me, because that way I got a better chance to get Kaimar than if I dilute the pool. I mean, Duchess is hard to call dilute the pool, but all right. So let's pull 50 of these. I expect 50 blues. I guess anything more than that, I'm using these as currency. We got nothing there. That is, we're getting food for the next champ chase here, and I'm okay with that. I'm just getting my 3,200 points and don't expect to get much. There's my 10 blues as my reward. All right, give me another 10 blues. At least we got gold. Yeah, we got an epic in there. All right, 2 epics, hey. 3 epics, we're right back on. It's a 2 times. Oh, nothing really there to get too excited in. Honestly, actually, Banshee's probably my favorite one in there because I want to build Banshee for Curse City. I think I needed 10 more. Might have lost count. We'll go check the summon rush when we're done here. I am going to go to the free-to-play next and pull on there too. Hopefully we get better. Look, 3 epics. All right. Scabrius, he's a guy I'm going to build someday. I actually think he is a pretty good epic. So Captain Tamila, and Umitoga. So definitely got our share of epics there. So even not pulling on the 2 times wasn't that bad. All right, pausing a little there to give the game time to catch up. What do we got? We have 2,800. I guess I don't know for sure if it caught up. Does that mean I just only pulled 40 shards there? Let me know below. Did I pull 40 or 50? Kidding, obviously. Yeah, by the time you type, this video's over. So let me go see. All right, that was only 40. So we need 10 more of these. Give me my blues. I've already got the epics I think I'm gonna get. Got the gold out of the 1. There's my blues. So we are closer to Mercy is about what we can say for pulling those shards. So according to RSL Helper, that puts my Mercy at 151, so that's at least getting me closer to my next guaranteed, so maybe I can use that on a progressive chance, but that's kind of crap for these type of shards anyway. All right, that should do it. Let's go check out the summon rush. I've seen some people saying that they're pushing higher on this to go get these books, but non-2 times progressives, so ancients are just painful to use. I'm not pulling sacreds just to go get these, and I just got a legendary in void, so I just don't see it realistic that I'm going to get another one on a non-2 times, so I'm not too excited to keep pulling shards just to get these extra rewards out here. So I will stop there and take my fragments. Gotta love the 6-star speed glyph, always good to get one of those. So on this account, that should put me at 50%. So we are halfway through the fusion, and if I pick up 5 points in the champ chase coming up, then I will be on track. If they do something exciting to make me pull shards and I get 15 out of that, then I could actually skip some events, which would be nice. And I'm also set up that if I miss something, it's not going to penalize. All right, that was, let me switch over to the free to play. All right, on the free to play, I know exactly what I'm gonna pull. We're doing 40 ancients, 5 voids, and 2 sacreds. All right, 40 ancients. And on this one, we do want to, actually, we have a Elva. Yeah, we have Elva. We don't have really anybody. Epics, I don't know. We don't have a Duchess. So I would definitely add a Duchess on the free to play. I think I have all of these. But I'll just throw her in for the fun of it. So, all right, 40 ancients coming up here. Once again, I expect to see a blue here, but this account could definitely use epics. So I hope I don't see all blue, even though I know that's what I'll probably see. That was painful. Berserker's actually using the end game for Curse City, so I've already have a couple of him though. Longsword Torx isn't a bad rare either, so there are a couple of good rares, and Judge can actually hit really hard. So those 3 rares I've seen built, but not what we're looking for on the free to play. Give me some epics in here. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 rares in a row. It's not a 2 times, but that's still painful. Hellborn Sprite, probably the best thing in here. She's got a heal reduction that you can use for Amius. Ah, that's been painful. Come on, just make it all worth it. Just give me an epic worth building. Oh, we got gold. Holy crap. We didn't expect to get gold. Walking Tomb Drain. Damn. That's actually a good pull. Not the Thorogist is a rosin piece. That might be 200, and Channeler. Those might be 250 champ chase points for pulling those 2, to be honest. Those are rosin pieces. Walking Tomb Drain. That is a great pull for the free to play. And one of the main reasons it's a great pull is gear's always harder at this level, but this debuff cannot be resisted. He places an AoE 100% chance to land HP burn that can't be resisted. So you don't have to put any accuracy on him to land this ability. That makes him really good in places like the Frost Spider in Doom Tower, which takes a crazy amount of accuracy to land. And you can use them in things like Spider's Hard, where you want to land those HP burns, and getting resisted on things could just mean the run may not be 100%. So he's really good for that. And then on his A3, he equalizes the HP of all allies and then attacks, and it brings everybody up to the level of the champ that had the highest HP. So if you've got somebody with full HP and everybody else is weak, everybody's full HP on that move. It really is a nice move. And then he does have some ignore defense built in there and decreases the cooldown of his Exalted Pyre, which is his A2. So if the target's current HP is higher than this champ, which is basically most PvE is a lot of HP. So if you're using him in PvE and you're hitting somebody, you're generally then cooling down this HP burn, so it goes even faster. So it's a 2-turn on a 3-turn cooldown, and he can accelerate the pace of it. So it's a really well-designed kit. And he instantly activates HP burns on his first turn, which can actually lower the turn of those HP burns on the enemy, but then he can get it back with using his A3. Such a well-designed kit. They really did a nice job with him overall. And he's got some reflect damage and deals 30% more damage if this champ has less than 50% HP. So interesting, useful passive, but that's not the biggest part of his kit. But yeah, it's a really good kit, and he's also an HP based champ, so you can build them tanky and let them live. I mean, that is a great pull. I'm definitely happy to get Walking Tomb Drain on this account. For getting a Sea of Rares, I will take that in a heartbeat. All right, I completely lost count of how many I pulled there because I got too excited for the legendary. I do think I need to do another 10. But what I'll probably do is let's do the 5 voids. I'll see where I'm at. Boy, Siphi and Warlord. I have Warlord on this account now, crazy enough. So Siphi would definitely be my pull. I do have a team that can do clan boss, but I guess with these two champs, I'd still take a Man-Eater. All right, so 5 voids. Man, I don't, anything from here is gravy. We got an epic. What do we get? Arcane Great Blade. Yeah, okay, that's not an epic to really be excited for, unfortunately. Oh, rare we don't need. I don't think there's any rares we need. Kurzad, I've seen plenty of him. 3. What do we get? Hollow, that is 100% food. Hollow is, I don't think, useful anywhere in the game. We got a Branch Arm Lacer. That's actually a decent rare. So it's got a heal on his A1, okay, but he's got a double AoE with each hit has a 50% chance and then bumps up to 75%. So you got two 75% chances, so pretty much 100% to land a decreased attack. It is the weak version, but he also gives a shield. It's based on his HP, so he's an HP champ, which can help him keep alive as a rare. And you get a strengthen. He gets a provoke debuff on an enemy for 1 turn. So, you know, I mean, obviously he's not a game-changing rare, but that's a pretty useful kit for a rare. All right, I think I needed 1 more of those. I gotta stop talking about these champs and losing track. All right, that's Ashwalker. He can hit pretty hard, actually, but not really worth building. All right, I know I need to pull 2 Sacreds, but let me go make sure I don't need to pull more Ancients first, because I'd rather end with the Sacreds. More fun. All right, so duck the Pierce off that one. That gives me a champ that does a decreased attack and decreased defense on an AoE. 100% chance to land as long as you put crit on him, and he can crit. So he could weak hit somebody who's Force Affinity and not land these. But if he does, as long as those aren't weak hits, he's going to land his AoE decreased defense and decreased attack. And then his A3 is interesting. Basically, he's going to put a provoke on the target enemy, and then he's got a 75% chance of placing provoke on 2 other enemies. And he puts a reflect damage and an unkillable on himself. So 4-turn cooldown, interesting skill. Really, it's his A2 that's the big one. But he does put a decreased accuracy on his A1 as well. So he helped me beat the faction on my main account. So, you know, and he's got defense and faction wars aura as well. So he's a good champ. I already have him once on my account. So he's a dupe. But I guess I can empower the existing dupe that I have. And we grab another epic. Creodin the Blue, very good epic. He is really good. So he's bringing increased speed on all allies and fills turn meters of all allies. So he's basically a little mini arbiter here. He can boost up. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. That's really good. And then he's got an AoE freeze and with a 45, 55, 65% chance of landing it. And he's got a A1 that does a 3 times each with a chance for freeze. So he's good for control anywhere in waves, but on Fire Knight Hard, that's particularly where his kits shine. And for each freeze debuff placed by this champ, he's getting more turn meter. So he's a really good champ. I already have him on the account, but he is really good. All right, so that is Summon Rush 3205. So the free-to-play joins the main. We are at 50% on that one too. So that's a pretty good session. Hopefully you guys had luck. You know, let me know if you got something cool in the comments, or if you didn't, you know, you're frustrated, but you just want to vent, and, you know, feel free to put it in there. Hope you're having a great, fantastic day. I had one of my better days of my life. It was a great day today. The son graduated college and had family over. It was a lot of fun. So hope you guys are having a great weekend. Thanks.